The following is a production of the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network. Van Buren Warrior Baseball is coming your way on 92.7 KTWA. Now, let's head down to the field with the voice of your Van Buren County Warriors, Shan Moquin.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, on behalf of the Atomo Radio Sports Group Network and its affiliated stations, I'd like to welcome you this afternoon to another streaming and radio broadcast presentation of Van Buren County Warrior Baseball. This afternoon, we are over in Bloomfield, Iowa, for Game 2 of the Davis County Varsity Classic. The Warriors and the Fairfield Trojans going to square off in Game 2 of this four-team tournament. The first game of the day, Moravia got a 6-1 win over the host school, the Davis County Mustangs. We got Mr. Kyle Smith running the board for us back at the studio today, and I am alongside my cameraman and on-site producer, Mr. A.J. Rowe. My name is Shan Moquin, your radio voice and play-by-play of the Van Buren County Warriors. Back again for the sports seasons of the 2024-25 school year. It'll be our pleasure to be with you on the call this afternoon. And like I said, we're in Bloomfield, the Davis County Varsity Classic, four-team tournament. Davis County defeated Moravia 6-1 in the first game. The Warriors going to square off against the Fairfield Trojans. We have yet to determine a home and visitors. They're going to do a coin flip. We're waiting on that, but the field is getting prepped after Game 1. Both teams are amidst their warm-ups, and a couple of orange and black teams today. Looks like Fairfield's wearing their bright orange tops and gray pants. Warriors are in their whites, so we won't have trouble telling them apart. But we're getting set for boys high school varsity baseball for you this afternoon from the Davis County Varsity Classic here in Bloomfield, Iowa. This is the Warrior Baseball pregame show brought to you by Iowa Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. Follow them on Facebook, Ryan Wolf, your seed dealer. This season, Warrior Baseball is brought to you by these fine sponsors: Iowa Missouri Seed, as I just mentioned, the Van Buren Community School District, where they have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride countywide. Dowd's Lumber and Home Center, the largest building material supplier in Dowd's. Cranston Family Funeral Home in Fairfield and Keosauqua, now to serve you with monument sales and Irish Ridge cremation. CranstonFamilyFuneralHome.com. Smithburg Automotive, 2 locations in Fairfield to serve you. First Iowa State Bank of Albia, Bloomfield, Cantrell, Eddyville, and Keosauqua, member FDIC. Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive for 24/7 emergency service, including in nights, holidays, and weekends. Fast, friendly, and professional service at Roto-Rooter, servicing Ottumwa and the surrounding area. Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski. Check out their great selection of Rangers and ATVs and drive one home today. Milo and his team at Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield and Keosauqua. Ask them about free delivery or curbside pickup options. Crane Concrete Ready Mix, delivering concrete to Ottumwa, Fairfield, Bloomfield, and the surrounding areas. Pilot Grove Savings Bank, serving you for all your financial needs. Proud supporter of the Van Buren County Warriors. Tugboat Transportation of Bonaparte, proud supporter of the Van Buren County Warriors. Dowd's Quick Stop of Dowd's for gas and all the convenience and daily food specials. Van Buren County Hospital, simply remarkable. And finally, Wasco Hardware, located on Main Street, Keosauqua. Stop in and see their showroom. We got a couple different ways for you to catch the broadcast this afternoon. We're streaming live on the Atomo Radio YouTube channel. We're also on the air at your home for today's hits and yesterday's favorites, 92.7 KTWA and Atomo Radio Sports Group Station. So if you're choosing one of those ways to make us part of your afternoon and enjoy some high school varsity baseball, we thank you for doing so. We couldn't do it without you. As I mentioned, this is the Warrior Baseball pregame show sponsored by Iowa Missouri Seeds. Let's go through the in-game sponsors for you today. Iowa Missouri Seed of Keosauqua has the pregame show. Van Buren Community School District has the postgame show. Dowd's Lumber and Home Center has the starting lineups. Cranston Family Funeral Home will sponsor the first pitch. Smithburg Automotive sponsoring all the innings, 1 through 7 if necessary. The player of the game will be Milo and his team at Wells Hometown Drug. Coaches interviews throughout the year, Crane Concrete Ready Mix. Any pitching changes in the game, Pilot Grove Savings Bank. Strikeouts by the Warrior pitchers, Dowd's Quick Stop. And any home runs by the Warrior hitters, sponsored by the Van Buren County Hospital. If you're in the area, in need of some local business, please make sure you give these sponsors a chance. They're a huge part of why these broadcasts can be brought to you and seen right here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. You know how we do it here in the pregame show. We'll sprinkle in a couple of 3-minute breaks, and then in between the breaks, we'll do a breakdown of Fairfield and Van Buren County. We'll look at the starting lineups, the pitching matchup, weather conditions, all that and more still to come here on the Warrior Baseball pregame show, brought to you by Iowa Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. Let's take that first 3-minute break. Fairfield is currently taking infield. Then when we come back after that 3-minute break, we'll do a breakdown of both teams, looking at how their seasons are happening so far on this young year. All right, back with you in 3 minutes. You're tuned in to Warrior Baseball, streaming live on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel, also on the air at 92.7 at KTWA. Back with you in 3 minutes.
I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. As the hay and pasture seeding season wraps up, it's time to start thinking about summer annuals and cover crops after wheat. When you're looking to improve your farm profit or grazing efficiency, call me, Ryan, at 319-293-3114, because you're not just buying seed, you're gaining a partner committed to quality and exceptional service for farmers. I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua, your dedicated seed expert. Let me help you grow your success. That number again is 319-293-3114, or visit us on Facebook at Iowa Missouri Seed.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissom. Spring sports season, senior awards, start of summer sports, end of the year banquets, and graduation have us all full of energy, and there's definitely a buzz in the air. We want to send best wishes to all students who are graduating or moving to another school next year, as well as to any staff member retiring or moving to a new chapter in life. New chapters are always exciting times because you get to choose how they are written. We wish you the best. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Are you thinking about or ready to build that home or shop or deck that you've been dreaming about? Come see us at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center in Dowd's, and we will transform your dreams into reality. By using our 3D computer-aided design system, you can see and walk through your dream project. After your project is designed, we can generate a detailed material list to see if it fits within your budget. Contact Mike or Josh at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center to get your project started today. 641-936-7115, or check us out at dowdslumber.com.
At Smithburg Automotive, driving adventures allow you to explore comfortably, safely, and in every aspect of your summer vacation. Smithburg Automotive in Fairfield. Schedule your vehicle's trip check today. Call 641-472-2454, 641-472-2454.
Smithburg Automotive in Fairfield. Get your trip check scheduled today. Call 641-472-2454. That's 641-472-2454.
Tiffany here. The best things in life are a nice spring day, a tasty treat, and a great deal. That's right, a great deal. So why not swing by Dowd's Quick Stop? Savor our barbecue chicken pizza or classic cheeseburger and fries combo. Craving something sweet? Our ice cream is on and is the best around. Dive into our spring fun with our specialty pizza starting at $17.99. Visit us today in Dowd's and follow us on Facebook at Dowd's Quick Stop for more delicious deals. Stop by for a quick taste of spring.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Alrighty, back with you here from Bloomfield, Iowa, the Davis County Varsity Classic. We're in the warm-up stage of Game 2, which involves our very own Van Buren County Warriors taking on the Fairfield Trojans here today on this Saturday, May 31st, last day of May. Beautiful day for baseball here. Weather conditions right now, I just glanced at them. It's just under 80 degrees, about 78, maybe up a couple degrees since I checked, and sunny, 41% humidity, winds northwest at 8 miles an hour. So just a really nice Saturday afternoon for some high school boys varsity baseball here. All right, let's continue on the pregame show, sponsored by Iowa Missouri Seeds of Keosauqua. We'll start to break down both teams in this matchup of Game 2 here at the Davis County Varsity Classic on the day. Let's start with the Fairfield Trojans. Head coaches Joshua Allison assisted by Corey Clem and Hunter Drish. Next action for them, well, it'll depend on the outcome of this game. Each team guaranteed 2 games here today, so the winner of this game will play the last game of the day against Moravia. The loser will turn right around and play roughly back-to-back. They are the Fairfield Trojans in boys high school varsity baseball. Overall record on the season is 1-3. They're 1-1 at home, 0-2 on the road. This will be their first neutral site game on the season. They compete in Class 3A, the Southeast Conference. Fairfield yet to play a conference game. In the last 5, the Trojans are 1-3. Fairfield's win this year came over EBF, Eddyville, Blacksburg, Fremont. Their losses have come to Oskaloosa, Moravia, and Central Lee. Last time out for Fairfield was Wednesday, May 28th, a 12-9 loss in Fairfield to the Central Lee Hawks. Let's take a look at some key players for Fairfield in those statistical category areas that I'd like to review here in the pregame show. Batting average leaders for Fairfield: Luke Conzel at .500, Aiden Westerkamp at .444, Dason Workman at .429. Hits leaders for Fairfield: Conzel has 6, Dane Burkhart was 6, Westerkamp has 4. RBI leaders: Conzel with 6. You can see he leads them in a lot of statistical categories. Xandrick Allison with 5 RBIs, and also Westerkamp with 5 on the year. Leading him on the bases, 6 players with 1 steal. ERA leaders for Fairfield: Burkhart 4.38 in 8 innings pitched. Voss Richardson 4.42 ERA in 6 1/3 innings pitched. Richardson leads them on the mound with 13 strikeouts. Burkhart has their lone win of the year. Fairfield averaging 8.25 runs a game. They're giving up 7.75. Team batting average is .284. Team on base .451. The team slugging is .353. Team fielding is .906, and the team ERA is 4.70. The last matchup between these two teams was right here a couple of years ago. The Warriors got a 10-7 win over the Trojans in 2023 here at the Davis County Varsity Classic, a tournament which they would go on to win. I can't remember if that was the first or second game of the day. It might have been the first game of the day. They played Moravia. Maybe don't quote me on that as maybe the second game. But that was the last time these two teams have matched up in boys high school varsity baseball. All right, let's turn our attention to the Van Buren County Warriors. Head coach is Shane Bagley, assisted by Bryson Starnes and Andrew Lowry. Next game for us, same deal as Fairfield. It'll be today, second game of the tournament. Depends on whether you win or lose. If we lose, we'll turn around and play kind of back-to-back. If we win, we'll wait a game and play in the championship. That'll be the second game today for the Warriors here at the Davis County Varsity Classic, the next action after the game against Fairfield. They are the Van Buren County Warriors. In boys high school varsity baseball, overall record is 1-3 on the year. They're 1-1 at home, 0-2 on the road. This will be the first neutral site game for the Warriors as well. They compete in Class 1A this year, the Southeast Iowa Super Conference South Division. And the Warriors are about to start their infield. So I feel like our timing is about right here so far in the pregame show. Conference record for Van Buren County is 1-1 in the last 5. They are 1-3. Last night, the Warriors coming off their lone win of the year over West Burlington, 6-5 in 8 innings back at the Ferguson Sports Complex in Keosauqua. Their losses this year have come to Keokuk, 1-0, Mount Pleasant, 11-3, and Mediapolis, 8-1 Thursday evening of last week. Last time out for the Warriors, like I said, last night, Friday, May 30th, 6-5 win in 8 innings at home versus West Burlington. Let's take a look at the Warriors statistical category leaders this year. Batting average, Kinnick Millard at .385, Isaac Leffler at .300, Leo Urach also at .300. Hits leaders for Van Buren County, Millard with 5, Leffler, Urach, and Coral all with 3 hits. RBI leaders, Kinnick Millard has 2, McAtee, Leffler, and Kite each have 1 RBI on this young season. Leffler leads them on the bases with 7 steals. ERA leaders for Van Buren County, Aiden McAtee, 1.35 in 10 1/3 innings pitched. Isaiah Meek, 1.91 in 3 2/3 innings pitched. McAtee leads them with 11 strikeouts. Isaiah Meek got the win last night. He leads them with 1 win on the year. Warriors, just 2.5 runs a game. They're giving up 6.25. Got to switch that around. Team batting average is 170. The on-base percentage, 273. The slugging, 179. Team fielding for Van Buren County, 929. And the team ERA is 4.93. We can also take a look at the conference standings so far. Let's start with the Super Conference. The North Division, Hillcrest Academy, 1-0, 1-0. Lone Tree is 2-2, 1-1. Pekin is 1-1, 1-1. Winfield Mount Union, 1-3, 1-1. Wapello is 1-4, 1-1. Highland, 1-2, 0-0. Louisa Muscatine 1-4, 0-1. In the South Division of the Super Conference, where the Warriors call home, Mediapolis leading the way, 5-0, 2-0. They got a win over Burlington Notre Dame, 12-6 last night. Notre Dame in second place, 2-1, 2-1. West Burlington 4-1 after that loss to the Warriors last night, 1-1 their conference record. Central Lee 2-1, 1-1. Van Buren County 1-3, 1-1. New London is 2-2, 0-1, and Danville is 0-3, 0-2. That's a look at the standings in the Super Conference. Let's see, I got to page through my notes. We can also take a look at the standings in the Southeast Conference, where Fairfield calls home. I don't think anybody's played a conference game there yet, so let's just take a look at their overall records. Burlington is 3-1, Mount Pleasant is 2-2, Washington is 1-1, Keokuk is 1-2, Fairfield is 1-3, and Fort Madison is 0-4. The only other game I could find today between these teams and other teams from their respective conferences was Mediapolis going to a triangular up in Dyersville at Jenk Field, a triangular with Don Bosco and Beckman Catholic. That was the only other game involving teams from any conference where the teams are playing here today are involved with. So kind of a light day of action early in this season on a Saturday, but you're caught up on the conference standings and other action around these conferences here today. Warriors are still taking infield. I think we got time to sprinkle in another 3-minute break. When we come back in the pregame show, brought to you by Iowa Missouri Seeds of Keosauqua, we'll take a look at the starting lineups, the pitching matchup. They probably already played the national anthem before the first game, so we won't have that. But after this 3-minute break, we'll be that much closer to first pitch here, Game 2 of the Davis County Varsity Classic here in Bloomfield, Iowa today. The result of Game 1, Moravia defeated Davis County 6-1, and the Warriors getting set to play the Fairfield Trojans here in Game 2. Back with you in 3 minutes. You're tuned in to Warrior Baseball. We are streaming live on the Tumble Radio YouTube channel, also on the air at 92.7 KTWA. Back with you in 3 minutes.
From backyard barbecues to lake getaways, summer is all about making memories. At Pilot Grove Savings Bank, we make it easy to enjoy the season with stress-free banking that fits your lifestyle. Mobile banking on the go? Check. Easy loan options for home upgrades or vacations? Check. Friendly local service you can count on? Always. Make the most of your summer. Bank with Pilot Grove Savings Bank. Visit us at pilotgrovesavingsbank.com or stop by any of our 17 locations. Pilot Grove Savings Bank. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Cody Crane with Crane Concrete Ready Mix. If you're tired of not mattering to the big corporate companies, then call us. When you work with us, you won't be on a waiting list. We can get you concrete when you need it. We are a family-owned business, offer competitive prices, and are easy to work with. We deliver to Davis, Wapello, Van Buren, and Jefferson counties. Work with a company that will take care of you. Call me, Cody Crane, at 641-919-1350.
Iowa Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. As the hay and pasture seeding season wraps up, it's time to start thinking about summer annuals and cover crops after wheat. When you're looking to improve your farm profit or grazing efficiency, call me, Ryan, at 319-293-3114, because you're not just buying seed, you're gaining a partner committed to quality and exceptional service for farmers. Iowa Missouri Seed of Keosauqua, your dedicated seed expert. Let me help you grow your success. That number again is 319-293-3114, or visit us on Facebook at Iowa Missouri Seed.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissom. Spring sports season, senior awards, start of summer sports, end of year banquets, and graduation have us all full of energy, and there's definitely a buzz in the air. We want to send best wishes to all students who are graduating or moving to another school next year, as well as to any staff member retiring or moving to a new chapter in life. New chapters are always exciting times because you get to choose how they are written. We wish you the best. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
Van Buren County Hospital is a proud supporter of Van Buren County Community School District Athletics. The contributions you make to your team, your school, and your community are appreciated and valued by all of us at Van Buren County Hospital. We want to wish you a successful sports season, and we'll be cheering for you every step of the way. Go Warriors! For all of your healthcare needs, Van Buren County Hospital is here for you. Find us online at vbch.org.
Hi, this is Amanda Manning Morris. Farmers and ranchers, we know your work is the backbone of our community. At First Iowa State Bank of Keosauqua, we're proud to offer ag lending solutions tailored to your needs. Whether it's land, equipment, or operational expenses, we've got the tools to help your operation grow. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and local experts who understand agriculture, we're here to support you every step of the way. Partner with a bank that knows the land and stands by its people. First Iowa State Bank, your ag lending partner. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Alrighty, back with you here from Bloomfield, Iowa, getting set for Game 2 of the Davis County Varsity Classic here. The Warriors just completing their infield. This is the Warrior Baseball pregame show, sponsored by the Iowa Missouri Seeds of Keosauqua. Let's turn our attention to the starting lineups for today, and I know I got a sponsor for that. I got to do a better job of memorizing these. Starting lineups are brought to you by Dowd's Lumber and Home Center. Let's do that right now. Don't know who's going to be the home team yet. Not sure they flipped yet, but we'll just go through the starting lineups here. Let's start with the Fairfield Trojans. Leading off is number 6, Dason Workman, a junior out in right field. Batting second is number 8, Dane Burkhart, another junior at third base. Batting third is number 11, Luke Konzel, a senior, playing first base. In the cleanup spot is number 12, Kason Miller, a senior, at shortstop. Batting fifth, number 3, Aiden Westerkamp, a junior, in center field. Batting sixth is number 5, Archer Kruder, a junior. He's on the mound today for Fairfield. Batting seventh is number 10, Voss Richardson, sophomore, second baseman. Batting eighth is number 24, Jacob Crew, a junior. He's in left field. And batting ninth is number 20, Zandrick Allison, a sophomore. He's behind the plate doing the catching. Looks like the Warriors are getting ready to bat, so it looks like Fairfield is the home team. And AJ's looking at me cross-eyed because we tried to guess on it, so we set up the scoreboard for you on the YouTube channel early, but I guessed wrong, so he's going to be on me all day for that. He's going to have to switch it again if he wants to, but no big deal. Just viewers out there know that Fairfield's the home team here in this game. All right, let's summarize that lineup for you one more time for Fairfield. Workman, Burkhart, Konzel, Miller, Westerkamp, Kruder, Richardson, Crew, and Allison. Kruder on the mound. We'll take a look at the pitching matchup in just a minute here. Let's look at the Warrior lineup for today's game with the Fairfield Trojans. Leading off, number 1, Aiden McAtee, senior, in right field. Batting second, number 2, Kinnick Miller, the sophomore, at shortstop. Batting third, number 3, Isaac Leffler, the senior. He's doing the catching today for the Warriors. First catching action for Leffler on the year. He was the primary catcher when the Warriors went to state a couple of years ago. In the cleanup spot is number 14, Isaiah Meek, a senior, at first base. Batting fifth, number 9, Will Coral, sophomore, in left field. Batting sixth is number 11, Eli McKinney, a junior, in center field. Batting seventh is number 6, Dan Caston, a freshman, at second base. Batting eighth is number 25, Colton Kirkhart, a junior, at third base. And batting ninth is number 7, Leo Urach, a freshman. He's on the mound today for the Warriors. To recap the Warriors' starting lineup, it's McAtee, Millard, Leffler, Meek, Coral, McKinney, Caston, Kirkhart, and Urach. That's the starting lineup for today's game versus the Fairfield Trojans. All right, we can take a closer look at the pitching matchup now here and for Game 2, the Davis County Varsity Classic. Leo Urach is on the mound for the Warriors. He's a freshman. He's pitched in one game this year, did not start it, does not have a record or a save. 1 1/3 innings pitched, 16 total pitches. 6 official at-bats against him, a 167 average. He's given up 1 hit, no runs, walked 1, hasn't struck out a batter or hit a batter. Has a 0.00 ERA so far for Urach in his 1 1/3 innings pitched. For Fairfield, Archer Kruder, a junior, on the mound. He's pitched in one game, started it this year without a record or a save. 3 1/3 innings pitched, 60 total pitches, 15 official at-bats against him, a 267 average he's given up. 4 hits, 6 runs, 3 of those earned, walked 3, has not hit a batter, struck out 2, 6.30 ERA for Archer Kruder. Starting lineups are being introduced right now. They've completed the Warriors' starting lineup. Fairfield getting introduced. I think we got time probably for another couple of minute break as Fairfield will get done with having their starting lineup introduced, and they'll take their final infield. So we got time to sprinkle in another 2-minute break here in the pregame show brought to you by Iowa Missouri Seeds. Then when we come back, we'll be right about time for first pitch. Getting set for boys high school varsity baseball, second game from the Davis County Varsity Classic here. Moravia defeats Davis County 6-1 in game 1. The Warriors getting set to take on the Fairfield Trojans here in game 2. Back with you after this 2-minute break. You're tuned in to Warrior Baseball, streaming live on the Atomo Radio YouTube channel, also on the air at 92.7 KTWA. Back with you in 2 minutes.
Iowa Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. As the hay and pasture seeding season wraps up, it's time to start thinking about summer annuals and cover crops after wheat. When you're looking to improve your farm profit or grazing efficiency, call me, Ryan, at 319-293-3114, because you're not just buying seed, you're gaining a partner committed to quality and exceptional service for farmers. Iowa Missouri Seed of Keosauqua, your dedicated seed expert. Let me help you grow your success. That number again is 319-293-3114, or visit us on Facebook at Iowa Missouri Seed.
This is Milo Wells with Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. Our goal here is to go above and beyond your expectations for the role that a pharmacy can play in you and your family's health. Since we have opened here, many things have changed. We've added experienced staff, updated our facilities, added clinical services like strep throat test and treat, and free liquid medication flavoring. One thing that has not changed is the vision of providing our patients with access to the best pharmacy services anywhere in the state. We, like many of you, believe Southeast Iowa is an amazing place to live, and we will continue to be committed to improving the lives of our patients.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissom. Spring sports season, senior awards, the start of summer sports, end of year banquets, and graduation have us all full of energy, and there's definitely a buzz in the air. We want to send best wishes to all students who are graduating or moving to another school next year, as well as to any staff member retiring or moving to a new chapter in life. New chapters are always exciting times because you get to choose how they are written. We wish you the best. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
At Smithburg Automotive, driving adventures allow you to explore comfortably, safely, and in every aspect of your summer vacation. Smithburg Automotive in Fairfield. Schedule your vehicle's trip check today. Call 641-472-2454, 641-472-2454.
Smithburg Automotive in Fairfield. Get your trip check scheduled today. Call 641-472-2454. That's 641-472-2454. We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Alrighty, back with you from Bloomfield, Iowa, getting ready to start second game of the Davis County Varsity Classic. Aiden McEntee getting ready to step in there from the left side to face Archer Kruder. We timed that one, AJ, pretty well, didn't we? McEntee in there. Kruder ready, the righty against the lefty McEntee. Here we go. First pitch is low for a ball. 12:33. First pitch time this afternoon. 1-0 to McEntee. He's at 182 on the year. Here comes Kruder to him. High and in for a ball. 2-0 to McEntee. He had a busy night last night against West Burlington. 1 for 3 with a single. Reached on an error. Sack bunt, hit by a pitch, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. A busy night for the Warrior leadoff hitter. Kruder ready again. The 2-0 caught the plate for a strike. 2-1 now to McEntee. Fairfield's defense in the outfield left to right. Crew, Westerkamp, and Workman will get the infield set here in a minute. The windup and the deal by Kruder's low and in. 3-1 to McEntee in the infield. Third to first, it's Burkhart, Miller, Richardson, and Conzel. Allison behind the plate, Kruder on the mound. McEntee ahead, 3-1. Kruder the righty, working out of the windup, and here he comes. Outside, McEntee draws a leadoff walk from Kruder. We're off to a little bit off to the left side of home plate here, so the angle on the strikes and ball calls isn't perfect. I'll do my best, but this was so we're out of the way of most of the fans and where I can see the field all around. Kruder out of the stretch now. McEntee with his lead at first. Here is Millard. Took a ball a little bit high. 1-0. Getting Miller playing short for the Warriors today. 387 on the year. He was 3 for 4 last night against West Burlington with 3 singles. Reached on an unsecured third strike, a walk, and 2 RBIs for the sophomore Millard. McAtee has his lead. Kruder ready again. Here he comes. Low and outside, a snap throw back to first. McAtee back easy. 2-0 to Millard, the Warrior batter. 3:20 down the lines here at the Mustang Sports Complex. 375 to straightaway center. Just a beautiful day for a baseball game here on this Saturday, May 31st. It's about 80 and sunny, 41% humidity. Winds northwest and light, 8 miles per hour. Kruder is set, and the pitch. Millard takes a ball. 3-0 to Kinnick. Kruder in danger of walking in the first 2 here. He's got to fight his way back into this count. We're scoreless, just underway, top of the first. Second batter for the Warriors, McAtee on first, nobody out. Here's the offering. Millard does draw a walk, high and in. Back-to-back base on balls from Kruder to start this game versus the Warriors. And that'll bring up, in the number 3 spot in the order, number 3, Isaac Leffler, the senior, doing the catching today, and a quick chat from head coach Joshua Allison and the catcher. They're going to go out and talk to Archer Kruder, maybe notice something in his delivery, or they're sending somebody down to the bullpen of pitcher and catcher right now. Number 23 or 33 and number 9. That's Chase Countryman and Henry Council, I believe, headed down to the bullpen. So head coach Allison doesn't like what he sees with the 2 walks, and I don't think he's going to be too patient today. But a pep talk to Kruder. Kruder, the catcher, Allison, and the head coach there just to say, hey, you got to throw strikes. You walking him on there is just too easy. You can't afford to do that at this varsity level. Leffler last night versus West Burlington, 1 for 4. A single, reached on an error, had a walk, a fielder's choice, a run scored, 2 RBIs, including the game winner. He's in there now, and Kruder's ready. Here's the first offering to Leffler. That one over for strike 1. 0-1 to Leffler. He's at 300 on the year. Missed the first game due to the state track meet, and then he's been the Warriors ever since. Runners have their lead. Isaac sends that one through the hole between third and short. McAtee around third. It's gloved by the left fielder. Throw home is going to be over the pitcher. Warrior runners advance. McAtee scores. Leffler has he ends up at second. Will score at a single RBI. He goes to second on the throw. Millard all the way over to third. Score McAtee on the play. Warriors lead quickly 1-0. First hit given up by Kruder and the first run. And I got to start my scoring summary here in the top of the first. Leffler single scores McAtee to make it 1-0 Van Buren County. Isaiah Meek in there now for the Warriors. Nobody out still. Runners at second and third. The first offering to Meek is outside. 1-0. Meek looking for his first hit on the year. Missed a couple of games because of, I think, National Guard responsibilities. He's going to go serve our country. We thank him for that. He's 0 for 3 last night with a walk against West Burlington. Next pitch to him, high and outside. He watched it. 2-0 to Meek. 1-0 Warriors, just underway, top of the first. They've got runners. Millard at third, Leffler at second. Meek's in there from the left side. Kruder struggling a bit here to start this game. He's ready. Winds and deals. Grounded towards short. He's going to score a run. Glove, no play. Leffler to third. Now they got him hung up. And he's in a rundown. Third baseman down to the catcher. It's dropped. He's going to hustle back to throw down there. And they got him. Meek ends up at second. We'll score that one a fielder's choice as he ends up at second. Millard scores on the play. Leffler gets cut down, what was that, 6-2-5 is what I can remember. He's the first out of the inning. Will Coral in there now, 1 for 4, a single, a fielder's choice, reached on an unsecured third strike last night against West Burlington. Low and in, skips away from the catcher to the right. Meek will go down to third on a pass ball. The next pitch to Coral, high and outside. 2-0 to Will. Kruder's ready again. Out of the stretch. Next pitch to Coral is taken for a ball. 3-0 to Will. Getting caught up on my scoring summary here. Runner at third, 1 out. Next pitch to Coral, over for a strike. Kruder trying to fight his way back into the count. 2-0. Warriors lead here with a runner at third. 1 out, top of the first. Next offering is over for a called strike on the 19th pitch by Kruder. Full up now to Will Coral. Coral at 250 on the season. Meek has his short lead from third. Here's the offering, high and outside. Coral draws the third walk from Kruder in the inning. First and third now. Up next for the Warriors, number 6 in the order, he wears number 11, Eli McKinney, the junior center fielder. McKinney last night 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Here comes Allison for Coach Allison with his second visit. Catcher, he's going to take the ball from him. 20 pitches for Kruder. And he is going to head to either second or right. And number 23, I believe, going to come in to pitch. So Kruder goes out to right. Let's get the changes here for you. Ends his day with 20 pitches, went a third of an inning. Right fielder coming out of the game that was Workman out there. And number 23, let's see, I got to get you a pitching change sponsor. Pitching change for Fairfield here in the top of the first. Brought to you by Pilot Grove Savings Bank. Let's set up this new pitcher right now. I can reset my pitch counter. Number 23 is Henry Conzo. And let's glance at the pitchers for Fairfield here and see if he's thrown this year so far. He has not. First action on the mound for number 23. I would think he would go into the leadoff spot as the right fielder Workman was in the leadoff spot. He comes out of the game. The pitcher Kruder goes out there. Kruder goes to right. Right fielder Workman out, and Henry Conzel into the game to pitch. That's the changes that I can notice right now. We're in the top of the first with 1 out. Warriors have scored twice. They have runners at first and third with 1 out. And up next are, McKinney. I already announced him. He was coming to the plate on the pitching change. So Henry Conzel, the righty, he's ready. Warrior runners at first and third, 1 out. First pitch, swing and a miss, foul tip all the way to the backstop. Dead ball. A little bit more velocity, it seemed like, on that pitch from Henry Conzel. Is that a 3 on the back of his jersey, or is that a 28? It's 28. My mistake. I thought it was a 23. It's 28, Carson Elmore. Excuse me. So Carson Elmore in there. Fouled back by McKinney. Quickly 0-2. I thought it was a 3, but it's closed off 3, which makes it an 8. Got a little help from my cameraman there, A.J. Rowe. So Carson Elmore in there to pitch. Third pitch from him. Third to McKinney, taken for a ball. 1-2 to Eli, who was 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Let's see. Carson Elmore, he has not thrown yet this year either for Fairfield. First action on the mound. Runners at first and third take their lead. Here's the 1-2 fouled back into the net by McKinney. We'll do it again from 1-2. Warriors lead 2-0 in a lengthy top of the first. That other game, game 1 of the day, Moravia 6-1 winner over Davis County, was a quick game. This one, if it stays like this, going to be a longer one. Here's the next offering. Ooh, it hit him in the leg. McKinney wore it. So hit by a pitch, 1-0. Fairfield pitchers a little bit of command trouble here in the top of the first. Warriors lead 2-0, bases loaded, 1 out for Caston. Here's the offering from Elmore, swung through by Dan. Count even now at 1-1. Caston, a right-handed batter. Here comes the next offering, is a called strike. That one over. Elmore ahead of Caston, now 1-2. Elmore out of the windup with the bases loaded, looking in to Allison. He has his sign, lifts the left leg, he winds and deals. Swing and a miss by Caston. He's the second out of the inning, swinging strikeout. So, we'll credit Elmore with a K. Here comes Colton Kirkhart. First pitch to him is too high for a ball. 1-0. Kirkhart, eighth in the order, number 25, a junior, playing third base today. Last night against West Burlington, 0 for 1. He's still looking for his first hit of the year. That one over the plate, but too low for another ball. 2-0 to Kirkhart. Colton, a right-handed batter. Warriors with 2 outs now. Bases juiced. They've scored twice. Here comes Elmore. Colton Kirkhart, fly ball. Left field. Now the center fielder over in towards the gap, and he will make the catch. That's Westerkamp. So Fairfield gets out of that inning with no farther damage. Kirkhart, the third out of the inning, and the fly ball to center field. Neil Urach, the pitcher, will lead off for the Warriors when they bat in the second. But the Warriors get 2 runs on 1 hit. There were no errors. Sprinkled in 3 walks and a hit batter to aid that inning for the Warriors. They end up leaving 3. So it's 2-0 after a half an inning of play. We will take a 1-minute break. Fairfield coming to the plate for the first time in the bottom of the first when we come back to face the freshman, Leo Urach. Back with you in 60 seconds. You're tuned in to Warrior Baseball, streaming live on the Temple Radio YouTube channel. Also on the air at 92.7 KTWA. We're back in 1 minute from Davis County.
Are you thinking about or ready to build that home or shop or deck that you've been dreaming about? Come see us at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center in Dowd's, and we will transform your dreams into reality. By using our 3D computer-aided design system, you can see and walk through your dream project. After your project is designed, we can generate a detailed material list to see if it fits within your budget. Contact Mike or Josh at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center to get your project started today. 641-936-7115 or check us out at dowdslumber.com.
I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. As the hay and pasture seeding season wraps up, it's time to start thinking about summer annuals and cover crops after wheat. When you're looking to improve your farm profit or grazing efficiency, call me, Ryan, at 319-293-3114, because you're not just buying seed, you're gaining a partner committed to quality and exceptional service for farmers. I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua, your dedicated seed expert. Let me help you grow your success. That number again is 319-293-3114, or visit us on Facebook at I'm Missouri Seed.
Alrighty, we are back with you. Bottom of the first in the second game of the Davis County Varsity Classic. Warriors had a good top of the first. They take a 2-0 lead. And Leo Urach is ready. First pitch taken for a ball to number 6, Dason Workman, who apparently re-entered the game after leaving his right field spot. 1-0 to him. 2-0. Second pitch missed as well. It'll be Workman, Burkhart, Konzel, the 3 due up for Fairfield here. Bottom of the first. Leo Urach ready. Here he comes. That one's over for a called strike. 2-1. Workman was out in right field. He came in when Kruder went out there after he left the mound. 3-1 now on a low outside ball. He re-entered to bat. Urach in danger of walking the leadoff man on, and he did just that, skipped in there. So, Fairfield gets their leadoff man on a walk from Urach. Urach's got a heady senior catcher, Leffler, behind the plate to help him out. Isaac is senior, Leo a freshman, so Isaac pretty heady behind the plate, so see if we can help Urach get through some innings here for the Warrior pitching. Up next, number 8, Dane Burkhart, a junior, Third baseman. Yurok's pitch to him is a called strike. 0-1. Burkhart playing third base, 400 on the year. Workman down there at first has his lead. Yurok out of the stretch now with a runner on base. Checks him. That one bounced foul, third base side. And quickly 0-2 to the number 2 hitter in the lineup, Dane Burkhart for the Fairfield Trojans. Fairfield in their bright orange tops, gray pants. Warriors, white tops and pants, orange and black socks on some of the players, some black sleeves as well. Both teams orange and black, but they've got opposite dark and light colors on, so easy to tell apart. Here comes Yurok. That pitch popped up. It's behind second base. Millard's calling. He'll catch it. The throw back to first to Meek. Runner back. It was closer than it needed to be. So Burkhart pops out to Millard. First out of the inning. Workman stays put at first. Up next for Fairfield is dangerous hitter number 11, Luke Conzel. He's a senior playing first base, batting .500 from the right side on the year. Yurok ready. Breaking ball. There goes the runner. Leffler going to throw down. Not in time. Caught by Millard. Workman steals second. Runner in scoring position for Fairfield with one out for Conzel, who's at the plate. Pitch was it's 1-1, or 1-0, excuse me, to Conzel. Yurok checks the runner at second. The next offering, drilled deep to left, playable. Coral back, he's under it. He'll make the catch deep in left field. Allowed out, but an out nonetheless. Conzel got a good piece of that one, but he's the second out of the inning on the fly out to Coral. So Yurok might have dodged a little bit of a bullet there, a little bit more on that one, and we would have had a 2-1 Fairfield, or 2-2 tie game. But just a deep fly ball out. Here is number 12, the cleanup man, Kason Miller, senior, shortstop. No average on the year. Workman still out there at second for Fairfield with 2 outs now. Yurok still working out of the stretch, and here he comes. That one a called strike to Miller. 0-1 the count to the Fairfield hitter. Yurok looks in and has the one he wants from Leffler. Here's the delivery. Breaking ball. Caught the plate. Maybe a titch high, but it was called a strike. 0-2 to Miller. Workman at second still. 2-zip Warriors lead. We're in the bottom of the first, the Fairfield half, here at the Davis County Varsity Classic. Lined past Millard out into center field. Glove by McKinney. He's not going to throw home. That'll score a run as Workman comes around to score on the RBI single. Yurok gives up his first hit and his first run. The RBI single by Miller. Up next for Fairfield, Aiden Westerkamp, number 3, junior center fielder. Yurok steps off. Miller retreats to first. Pitches a ball from Yurok, 1-0 to Westerkamp. Westerkamp, 444 on the season. In there from the right side. Fouls that one off, right side, out of play. Or runner Miller will retreat as he was down to second. Count should be 1-1 to Westerkamp. I'm not sure that now the scoreboard caught up to us. 1-1. Here's the offering. Breaking ball right over the plate. 1-2 now to Aiden Westerkamp. Looking to keep this rally going for Fairfield. Yurok looking to send the Warriors back to the dugout. Here's the pitch. Bounced on the infield. Millard was going to cover second. It's right through the hole where he was. Runner from first going to end up at third. Hit and run there a little bit. So Westerkamp with a single, sending Miller over to third. Second hit in the inning given up by Urach. First and third now for Fairfield with 2 outs, and the rally does continue. Up next, 6 in the order, number 5, Archer Kruder, the junior, started on the mound, was playing right field. Urach to him, bounced right back. He can't get it, but Miller does and steps on the bag to get the force. Kruder will reach on the fielder's choice, but Westerkamp retired 6 unassisted for the third out of the inning. Voss Richardson will lead off when Fairfield bats in their half of the second. Fairfield gets a run on a couple of hits. There were no errors, and they end up leaving a couple on base. 2-1 is our score. Warriors lead after 1 inning of play. 18 pitches for Urach to get through the first. For Fairfield, Kruder had 20, and then Elmore came in, and he had 12 pitches. So we'll go to the top of the second. Warriors coming to the plate when we come back after the 60-second break. You're tuned in to Warrior Baseball. We're at the Davis County Varsity Classic, streaming live on the Atumwa Radio YouTube channel, also on the air at 92.7 KTWA. Back with you in 60 seconds after this 1-minute break.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissam. Spring sports season, senior awards, the start of summer sports, end of year banquets, and graduation have us all full of energy, and there's definitely a buzz in the air. We want to send best wishes to all students who are graduating or moving to another school next year, as well as to any staff member retiring or moving to a new chapter in life. New chapters are always exciting times because you get to choose how they are written. We wish you the best. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
Alrighty, back with you for the top of the second. Leo Urach, it'll be 9-1-2 for the Warriors. Urach to lead off. Here's the first pitch from Elmore. Over the plate for a called strike. Urach, player of the game last night, 2 for 4, 2 singles. 2 runs scored, including the game-winning run. He's in there from the right side. He flies that ball out to deep, middle depth on the fly ball. To left, it's caught out there by Crew. And Urach is the first out of the inning on the fly ball to left field. Urach was at 300 on the year coming into today. The lineup will turn over now to the leadoff man, number 1, Aiden McAtee. Senior right fielder, Drew Walk scored a run in the first. He's in there from the left side against the righty Elmore, who winds and deals. A little bit high and outside to McAtee, 1-0. Through the Warrior lineup now, talking about what they did last night. McAtee down the first base line, foul. Gloved by the first baseman, but a strike. Count even at 1-1 to McAtee now. So Fairfield started Kruder. He went 20 pitches, issued 3 walks, gave up a hit. Next pitch is a called strike to McAtee, 1-2. And responsible for the Warrior 2 runs. Then Elmore came in and got him out of the first on 12 pitches. He's got 5 here to 17. 18th is a called strike 3 to McAtee. McAtee gets caught looking. Second out of the inning. That is Elmore's second strikeout. Up next for the Warriors, number 2, Kinnick Miller bats second in the order, sophomore shortstop. He walked, just like McAtee, and scored the Warriors' second run in the first. Miller at 387 coming into today. Right-handed batter, Elmore kicks and fires. A little bit low outside for a ball. 1-0 to Millard. Base is empty, 2 outs here for the Warriors. Much cleaner inning for Fairfield in the top of the second. Elmore ready again, the delivery. Bounced that one all the way to the backstop. 2-0 to Millard. Leffler out of the on-deck spot, going to retrieve that ball. Nice complex here at the Mustang Sports Complex here in Bloomfield, where Davis County gets to play. Grass looks soft and green. Millard nubs that one down the first base line. Stays foul, gloved by the first baseman. So that's makes the count 2-1 to to Millard now. 9 pitches for Elmore so far. He's got 2 outs here in the top of the second. Millard ready. So is Elmore. Here's the 2-1. Take it for a ball. 3-1 now, the count to Millard. He's ready. Here comes Elmore. Called strike. Millard was not so sure about that one, but that makes the count full now, 3-2. We'll have a payoff here on the next pitch. Here it is, a quick pitch. Millard sends it up the middle on the ground. Shortstop over towards second to glove. Throw over. And they retire Millard at first base. 6-3 on the putout. Warriors go down a 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left in their half, the top half of the second. 12 pitches. Again, for Elmore to get through. He's up to 24 in the game. Score remains 2-1. Warriors lead. Bottom of the second. And Fairfield coming to the plate is coming at you. When we come back after this 1-minute break, you're tuned in to Warrior Baseball. Streaming live on the Temple Radio YouTube channel, also on the air at 92.7 KTWA. We're live with you from the Davis County Varsity Classic. Back with you to start the bottom of the second in 60 seconds.
Tiffany here. The best things in life are a nice spring day, a tasty treat, and a great deal. That's right, a great deal. So why not swing by Dowd's Quick Stop? Savor our barbecue chicken pizza or classic cheeseburger and fries combo. Craving something sweet? Our ice cream is on and is the best around. Dive into our spring fun with our specialty pizza starting at $17.99. Visit us today in Dowd's and follow us on Facebook at Dowd's Quick Stop for more delicious deals. Stop by for a quick taste of spring.
I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. As the hay and pasture seeding season wraps up, it's time to start thinking about summer annuals and cover crops after wheat. When you're looking to improve your farm profit or grazing efficiency, call me, Ryan, at 319-293-3114 because you're not just buying seed, you're gaining a partner committed to quality and exceptional service for farmers. I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua, your dedicated seed expert. Let me help you grow your success. That number again is 319-293-3114 or visit us on Facebook at I'm Missouri Seed.
All right, back with you from Bloomfield, Iowa, the Davis County Varsity Classic, getting ready to start the bottom of the second. Fairfield coming back to bat here. 7, 8, 9 in the order. Richardson, Crew, and Allison coming up for the Trojans. They trail 2-1. Urach back of the mound, first offering, a breaking ball over the plate for a called strike 1. Richardson wears number 10, a sophomore, playing second base today, 143 into today's action. He's in there from the right side against the righty Urach, the second offering, another called strike to Richardson. Quickly 0-2 to the number 7 hitter Richardson in the Fairfield order. Here comes the 0-2 from Urach. Tried to get him to go fish. Good eye, says the Fairfield dugout, and it was. Taken for a ball. 1-2 now to Richardson. Jacob Crew over there in the on-deck circle for the Trojans. Here's the next pitch. Fouled off, right straight back and up over the netting. We'll do it again from 1-2 from Urach to Richardson. Warrior outfield, left to right. Coral, McKinney, McAtee infield, third to first. Kirkhart, Millard, Caston, Meek. Here's the pitch. Chopped to third. Kirkhart bobbles, can't handle it. Should have made the play. That'll be an E5. Richardson will reach on the air. Fairfield gets their leadoff man on. First error of the game for the Warriors. That'll bring up number 24. Jacob Crew bats 8th in the order, the junior left fielder. Crew 167. Coming into today, he's in there from the left side. Richardson the lead at first. Urach out of the stretch now. Here's the pitch, square to bunt, pull it back. Isaac throws behind him. The runner goes. Meek can't handle it. That'll be an E2, sending the runner all the way over to third. That's Richardson. I'd give him a stolen base and then advance to third on the E2. Back-to-back errors by the Warriors puts a Trojan runner at third. The pitch was a ball, I believe, 1-0. The count to Crew, the batter. He soft fly ball on that pitch, going to fall in front of McKinney. Here comes the throw home. Don't need to do that. That's going to give the Fairfield runner an extra base. McKinney just needs to hit the cutoff man. He didn't really have a chance to get Richardson, who scores on the play. Give Crew RBI single and move him to second on the throw. We're tied at 2 here in the bottom of the second. The Crew single scores Richardson. And up next, for Fairfield, Xandrick Allison. Bats 9th in the order. Pitch was a ball. 1-0 to Allison. Where's number 20? He's a sophomore catcher. 250 on the year. That pitch, a ball again, low and outside. 2-0 to Allison. We're tied at 2. The bottom of the second. Fairfield, the runner at second. That's Crew. Nobody out. Allison in there from the left side. Urach, the pitch. That one a called strike. Popped out of Leffler's glove. 2-1. One on, nobody out. Called strike on that offering. From Urach to Allison. Evens the count at 2-2. Runner on second for the Trojans. That's Crew out there after he had an RBI single. Swing and a miss by Allison. Urach gets his first strikeout. First out of the inning. That'll turn the lineup over. We'll credit Leo with his first strikeout. Pitch to the leadoff man. Workman is a ball. He walked, scored the first Fairfield run in the first. Urach ready again, breaking ball. High and inside. 2-0. Workman, 429 on the year in the leadoff spot for Fairfield. Here comes Urach. Taken for a called strike, 2-1. Urach ready again out of the stretch. Another called strike, evening the count at 2-2. So far, Fairfield in the inning has scored once. There is one out, one on out there in scoring position at second. That's Crew. Here's the offering. Too far outside, a little bit high. Full up now to Workman. 3-2. The payoff. A little bit low. Workman draws a walk. First and second now. Second walk issued by Leo Urach. Fairfield with 2 on and 1 out. They've scored a run already here. Up next, second in the order, number 8, Dane Burkhart, junior, third baseman, 400 on the year, coming into today. He'll bat from the right side. Where's number 8? Warriors will look to turn 2 up the middle here if they can get a grounder. Here's the offering from Urach, too high. 1-0 to Burkhart. He popped out to shortstop his first time up. We're tied at 2 here from the Davis County Varsity Classic as we play bottom of the second. Urach, that pitch grounded through the hole between short and third, out into shallow left, and they're going to hold the runner. Bases will be loaded with 1 out. Burkhart with a single to left. Everybody moves up 90 feet. Crew to third, Workman to second. That is the second hit in the inning. Fourth hit given up by Urach. Dangerous man at the plate now with the bases loaded and 1 out. Number 11, Luke Conzel, bats third in the order, senior first baseman. He flew to deep left first. Urach's pitch to him, just missed. No place to put him. 1-0. The count to Conzel. He came in batting a gaudy .500 on the day. Fairfield looking to take the lead here. Here comes Urach. That one, a breaking ball over for a called strike. 1-1 to Conzel. We need a grounder to the infield. You can go home to first. You can get that kind of double play or turn it up the middle. Inside on the pitch from Urach to Conzel. 2-1. Conzel will have other ideas, though, I'm sure. Last thing he's thinking about is grounding into a double play. I'm just thinking about how to get the Warriors out of the inning. Here comes Urach to him. Called strike. Conzel didn't want that one. He watched it. Count even at 2-2. A strikeout for Urach would work as well. This is senior versus freshman, though. Senior at the plate. The next pitch, low and outside. Skipped away from Leffler a little bit, not far enough to anybody to do anything. Full count now. We're tied at 2, but Fairfield has scored 1 in the inning to tie it, and they're threatening with 1 out. Bases loaded. Council up there, full count on him. 25 pitches for Yurok already in the inning. He had 18 in the first. It's up to 43. That one swung on, flied out towards right. Fair, as McAtee couldn't get it. It'll score 1 and 2. It'll be a 2 RBI double for Luke Conzel. That's the third hit given up by Yurok in the inning, 5th overall. 4-2 now, as Crew and Workman score on the play. Move Burkhart to third. Here's the first pitch to the next batter, grounded through. That's going to be an RBI single by Kason Miller. That'll score Burkhart, move Conzel to third. So another hit given up. 4th in the inning, 6th overall by Yurok. Fairfield's next batter is Aiden Westerkamp. He's in there from the right side, 1st and 3rd. There goes the runner, fake throw. Pitch is a ball to Westerkamp. 1-0. Westerkamp was retired 6 unassisted back in the first inning. Next offering, chopped foul, third base side. 1-1 to Westerkamp. Score now is 5-2. Fairfield has scored 4 times here against Yurok and the Warriors in the bottom of the second. Outside on the next offering from Leo. 2-1 to Westerkamp. The junior bats 5th in the order, wears number 3, playing center field. Here comes Leo to him. Swung on, fly ball, McAtee, right field, and it's going to be over his head. He couldn't get it. Going to score 2 as Westerkamp with a double. Oops, wrong spot. He gets a double to score Conzel and Miller. Fairfield has broken it open here. Another hit, 5th hit of the inning, 7th overall. 7-2 now. Fairfield with the lead here in the bottom of the second as that Westerkamp double scores a couple. So a messy bottom of the second for the Warriors. Fairfield's batted around. Here's Archer Kruder. First pitch of ball to him, 1-0. He ended the first on a fielder's choice. Force out at second. He's in there from the left side. Started on the mound, 182, struggled, put him out in right field. Low and outside. 33rd pitch of Yurok in the inning, 2-0. Be interesting to see how far Shane Bagley, head coach of the Warriors, will let him go. Fairfield with just 1 out. Still a runner at second in scoring position. They've tallied 6. Bounced in there. There goes the runner. Pass ball from Leffler will let, as the count is, hard to read that scoreboard, 3-0, I believe, to Kruder. Send Westerkamp down to third on the pass ball. 3-0 to Westerkamp. Yurok to the plate. Low and in. Westerkamp draws a walk. Or Kruder, excuse me, draws the walk. He's on at first. Westerkamp at third. That's the third walk issued by Yurok. Leffler out to 35 pitches, out to just give him a minute, a break, short conversation. So Fairfield has batted around here In the second, number 10, Voss Richardson, reached on an error to start this mess. He's back up there. Called strike. 0-1 to Richardson. So far today, he's just reached on that error and scored a run. Whereas number 10 bats 7th in the order. The sophomore second baseman, 143. That one bounced in there. There goes the runner. Fake throw from left third. They'll just let him go. Second and third now with one out still for Fairfield. Kruder goes down on the stolen base. The next offering swung on. I think that was a 1-1 count over McKinney in the center field. It'll score 2. Here comes the throw to the plate. Not going to be in time. Leffler blocks it. The batter, Richardson, will stay at second. He gets a double, 2 RBIs. Score Westerkamp and Kruder on the play. So the Richardson double scores 2 to make it 9-2. Fairfield with the lead. They've broken it open here. 38 pitches for Urach in this inning. Another hit given up by him, the 6th of the inning, 8th of the game. That pitch, fly ball. Oh, it popped out of McEntee's glove by Jacob Crew. That'll be an E9. It was hit right to him. Crew will reach on the E9. Third error of the inning by the Warriors, the 39th pitch. First and third, still just one out here in the inning. And Urach with his next pitch, it'll be his 40th. Here comes Zandrick Allison, the number 9 in the order, batting from the left side. He'll square to bunt, but it foul on the 40th pitch from Urach of the inning. 0-1. Allison struck out. He is the one out earlier in this inning. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They've scored 8 so far in the inning. Has Fairfield batted around. 11th batter of the game. The runner will take, what was the pitch? Strike? Ball. 1-1 to Allison. Send Crew to second on that pitch fouled off. We got part of the umpire. Leffler will give him a second to shake that one off. Crew down to second on that last pitch stolen base. So second and third for Fairfield with one out. They've tallied 8. Still just that one out. And that was the batter, Allison, in his first at-bat in the inning. He struck out. Now he's batting again. So a strikeout would certainly help Urach here if he can get one. The count just 1-1 with one out. He struck him out earlier in the inning. I'm thinking maybe he can do the same thing. 1-2. Okay, I was off on the count. It was 1-2. Allison got caught looking, and Urach does record the second strikeout of Allison of the inning for the second out. You don't see that all the time. Urach's second strikeout on the 43rd pitch of the inning. Top of the order back up again. Workman in there. He's walked twice and scored 2 runs. Low and outside. On the pitch, second plate appearance for Workman here. 1-0 the count. 2 outs now, both strikeouts of Allison in the inning. Fairfield runners, second and third. Nope, missed on that one, low and outside. 2-0 to Workman. Urach, a lengthy inning. It's getting close to the most pitches I've seen by one pitcher in an inning. Missed on that one inside, 46 pitch. I would doubt if Shane Bagley would send him back out after this second, maybe trying to squeeze everything out of the freshman that he can. Here comes Leo. And Workman draws a 2-out walk to load the bases. 4th walk issued by Urach. Number 2 in the order is 8, Dane Burkhart, junior, third baseman. He is 1 for 2 with a pop out, a single, scored a run. He sends that one to left, a solid single. It'll score 1. Burkhart with a single RBI. He's on at first. You can move everybody else up and score Voss Richardson on the play. The Burkhart single scores 1 to make it 10-2 Fairfield. And Konzel up there now. First pitch to him is a strike, 0-1. He is 1 for 2 with a double, a couple of RBIs. Base is still loaded with 2 outs now. The offering fouled straight back. The 50th pitch from Urach in the inning. Quickly 0-2 on Konzel, but that was 0-2. Or he had 2 strikes. That was a full count the last time, and he sent a double with a couple of RBIs. So still got to be careful here if you're Urach. Need an out somewhere. Swing and a miss. And Konzel, their best hitter, strikes out to end the inning swinging, 3rd out. But it was a messy one as Fairfield tallies 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 runs on, well, I should probably make sure I'm counting the hits correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. And errors by the Warriors, I believe there was just, well, no, excuse me, there was 3. 9 runs on 7 hits, 3 errors, and Fairfield leaves them loaded. Let's take a 60-second break. 51 pitches to my count for Urach to get out of the second. Warriors coming to the plate, trailing 10-2. When we come back from the Davis County Varsity Classic, you're tuned into Warrior Baseball live on the Temple Radio YouTube channel, also on the air at 92.7 KTWA.
Tugboat Transportation of Bonaparte is a proud supporter of the Van Buren Warriors. Tugboat Transportation is located on 1st Street in Bonaparte, in scenic Van Buren County. Tugboat Transportation is a trucking business offering trucking services, motor freight, and self-storage. For more information, contact Mark with Tugboat Transportation at 319-592-3199. That's 319-592-3199. Tugboat Transportation of Bonaparte. That's Tugboat Transportation of Bonaparte.
Van Buren County Hospital is a proud supporter of Van Buren County Community School District Athletics. The contributions you make to your team, your school, and your community are appreciated and valued by all of us at Van Buren County Hospital. We want to wish you a successful sports season, and we'll be cheering for you every step of the way. Go Warriors! For all of your healthcare needs, Van Buren County Hospital is here for you. Find us online at vbch.org.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, we're back with you for the top of the third with the score now 10-2. Fairfield with the lead. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 up due for the Warriors. Leffler, Meek, and Coral looking to put something together to answer that 9-run second by Fairfield. Lone outside to Isaac. 1-0. He singled, was put out on the bases for the first out of the first inning. High and in. Ball 2. Here comes Elmore. High to Leffler. 3-0. Elmore working in his third inning. Now started the inning with 24 total pitches. The righty in the windup. Isaac took a strike. 3-1. That was a messy bottom of the second for the Warriors as Fairfield batted around and more. Called strike 2. Inside part of the plate. Full now. Fairfield puts up 9 on 7 hits, 3 errors. Helped out. That one fouled off. Straight back to the net. We'll do it again from a full count. Meek from his on-deck spot retrieving that foul ball. Elmore to Leffler. Isaac draws a walk on 7 pitches to lead off. Warriors get that leadoff man on a walk by Elmore. He has struck out 2 and walked 1 now. Up next, the cleanup man, number 14, Isaiah Meek, the senior third baseman, reached on a fielder's choice his first time. Still looking for his first hit on the year is Meek, and they're from the left side against the righty Elmore. Out of the stretch, Leffler does not go. Pitch is a ball to Meek. 1-0. Elmore looks in, checks the runner, and he'll check Isaac. No! That is... They pick him off, but that's his hand. No, I'm not going to agree with that one. He was back. But that's not the way the umpire saw it. So Leffler picked off 1-3. Looked like a bad call to me. Pitches a ball to Meek. 2-0. Meek follows that one back. 2-1 the count to him. I will respect the umpire's work, just like the PA announcer said, but from my vantage point, Leffler's hand to the bag before the glove tagged him. Meek sends that one towards second. Gloved, fielded, and thrown over, and and they call him safe. And I'm not going to say that's a makeup call for the pickoff of Leffler, but I'll let you make your decision as we're streaming live on YouTube. So Meek beats out an infield hit. Warriors get a one-out runner. First hit given up by Elmore. Up next for Van Buren County, fifth in the order, number 9, Will Corll, the sophomore left fielder. He drew walks, stranded on the bases. Back in the first, he'll check the runner. Same play as Isaacs, and he calls him safe. And checking the runner at first, that's Meek over there. Elmore ready, out of the stretch. Pitch to Corll is a called strike. 0-1. I had a good view of these pickoff moves. I'm looking right down the first base line here as we're set up to the left of home plate. Here's the next offering. Swing and a miss by Will. Quickly 0-2. One out with a runner on first for Van Buren County. They trail 10-2. They'll check the runner again. Meek back safely. Count 0-2 to Will Corll. Corll playing the left today. 250 coming into today's action. Elmore checks and deals. Fouled off softly down the first baseline. We'll do it again from 0-2. So Meek, with that beat out that infield hit, does get his first hit of the year. Corll trying to advance him. Grounded towards second. Meek heads to second, gloved, shoveled over to first. And Corll's retired at first, 4-3 for the second out of the inning. Send Meek down to second. Next for the Warriors, hit 6 in the order, number 11, Eli McKinney, the junior center fielder. Hit by a pitch, stranded on the bases. He was the first batter to face Elmore on that pitching change. Sponsored by Pilot Grove Savings Bank back in the first inning. McKinney looking for his first hit on the year, playing center field today. Swing and a miss on the first offering from Elmore. 0-1 the count. Meek out there in scoring position with 2 outs for the Warriors. The offering is high to McKinney. Count even at 1-1 now. Elmore checks the runner once, twice, and he lifts the left leg and deals. McKinney swung through it. 1-2 the count to McKinney, the Warrior batter. Dan Caston in the on-deck circle for Van Buren County if McKinney were to reach here. Meek's on second with 2 outs. Dancing out there, shortstop trying to cut behind him, then goes back towards the hole. And here's the offering. Swing and a miss for McKinney. He strikes out swinging for the third out of the inning. Dan Caston will lead off for the Warriors when they bat In the fourth, you can credit Elmore with another strikeout. His third, 19 pitches to get him through the top of the third inning. He started with 24. He's up to 43. Our score remains 10-2 after 2.5 are complete. We'll take a 60-second break and come on back for the bottom of the third. Fairfield back to the plate. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball, streaming live on the Atemo Radio YouTube channel, on the air, 92.7 KTWA. Back with you in 60 seconds.
I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. As the hay and pasture seeding season wraps up, it's time to start thinking about summer annuals and cover crops after wheat. When you're looking to improve your farm profit or grazing efficiency, call me, Ryan, at 319-293-3114, because you're not just buying seed, you're gaining a partner committed to quality and exceptional service for farmers. I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua, your dedicated seed expert. Let me help you grow your success. That number again is 319-293-3114, or visit us on Facebook at I'm Missouri Seed.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissom. Spring sports season, senior awards, the start of summer sports, end of year banquets, and graduation have us all full of energy, and there's definitely a buzz in the air. We want to send best wishes to all students who are graduating or moving to another school next year, as well as to any staff member retiring or moving to a new chapter in life. New chapters are always exciting times because you get to choose how they are written. We wish you the best. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atemo Radio Group Sports Network.
Alrighty, back with you to start the bottom of the third. Fairfield leading 10-2 over the Warriors. Pitching change. Eli McKinney in from center field to pitch for Van Buren County. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 up in the order for Fairfield. Miller, Westerkamp, and Kruder. Leffler still behind the plate. Meek at first. Kirkard at third. McKinney on the mound. Blaine Benjamin went out to right. They might have removed, well, I don't know if they sent Urach or Dan Kasten still at second. We'll check that. Looks like Urach went to second off the mound. And they removed Kasten and I think put number 13, Blaine Benjamin, in his spot. But Benjamin is out in right field now. I think that's the changes for the Warriors. Here's a pitch from McKinney. A ball outside to Kason Miller. 1-0 the count. Miller, so far, a couple of singles and a run scored. McKinney, the lefty. I don't think he has not pitched this year. That one swung on. Fly ball. Right field to Benjamin. He'll make the catch towards the line. Miller flies out to right. First out of the inning. So let's get the defense for the Warriors. Coral is still in left. McKinney went from right to center. Benjamin out in right field now. Meek still at first. Urach went from the mound to second. Millard at short. Kirkard at third. Leffler still behind the plate. And McKinney on the mound. I think that completes the changes. Up next for Fairfield is number 3, Aiden Westerkamp, junior center fielder. McKinney ready. Kicks and fires. Curveball swung on. Hit over the head of Kennick Millard out into center field. McAtee in to get it. Westerkamp with a single to center. First hit given up by McKinney. It's the 10th hit of the day. Up next for Fairfield, 1-on, 1-out is Kruder. They'll check him at first. Back safely is Westerkamp. Number 5, Archer Kruder. 6th in the order, junior. Started on the mound playing, then he went out to right field. He's in there from the left side against the lefty McKinney, who's got a good view of first base, being a lefty. That pitch outside. 1-0 to Kruder, who has reached on a fielder's choice to end the first. Walked and scored a run in the second. Check of the runner at first. Back safely is Westerkamp. Here's the offering from McKinney. Check swing. Held off. Took a ball. 2-0. Pitch swung on and singled. Out to McAtee in center. He's got it. Throws and hits Urach, the cutoff man, as Millard was covering second. Another hit. Second hit of the inning. 11th of the game for Fairfield. Westerkamp will go to second. Kruder to first on that solid single to center. Back-to-back hits given up by McKinney. 2 on with 1 out for Fairfield. They already lead 10-2. Bottom of the third. Up next for Fairfield is number 10, Voss Richardson. Sophomore second baseman. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt of Isaac Leffler for strike 1. Fairfield with 2 on and 1 out. Richardson so far on the day reached on an air, doubled, 2 RBIs. He's been on base twice. He's 1 for 2 with that double, 2 RBIs, scored 2 runs. That one swung on, and Urach comes back to his right. Oh, and they'll try to double off the runner. No, but the throw goes towards third to Kirkhart. Runner at first and second have to stay put as Urach catches the line drive to retire Voss Richardson on the line out to Urach. Second out of the inning. Warriors could get no more. Up next is number 24, Jacob Crew, the junior left fielder. Singled and reached on an air. He's 1 for 2, scored a run. Now 2 outs. Fairfield runners at first and second. That one too far outside from McKinney. Want to know the count to Crew. McKinney's next offering is too far inside. 2-0 to Crew. McKinney coming to him. Oh, and he got him to chase on a breaking ball way low and outside, and Crew offered at it. Boy, that really helped out McKinney. He's mad at himself, his Crew, for diving at that one with a wild swing. But he's still ahead in the count, 2-1. Fairfield runners have their leads with 2 out, first and second. He bounced that one in there. A good stop by Leffler. He'll grab it, throw to third. Oh, he threw it away past Kirkhart, but backed up nicely by Coral. So the runners advance on a pass ball. Westerkamp to third, Kruder to second. Second, third with 2 outs. Now the count is 3-1, I believe, to Crew. And McKinney's offering. Line down the first base line. Fair. Benjamin over to get it. That one's going to score 2 as the batter heads for second. He's in there with a double. 2 RBI double down the first base line for Crew. It's 12-2. Fairfield all over Van Buren County in this one. So scoring summary, let's catch that up in the bottom of the third. The Crew double scores 2 to make it 12-2. Up next for Fairfield, 1 on, 2 out. That's Crew out there. At second is Zandrick. Allison, McKinney to the plate. Called strike. 0-1 to Allison. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. 1 swinging, 1 looking. Fairfield has tallied twice here in the bottom of the third. Allison in there from the left side. Doing the catching today, 250 on the year. That one lined over the head of Isaiah Meek down the first base line to Benjamin. Here comes the runner from second. Throw goes back into second. Zandrick Allison with an RBI single. Score Crew on the play. It's 13-2. Fairfield with the lead. The Allison solid single scores Crew. Courtesy runner. I believe that's 16, Parker Reed, running for Allison. He's at first. Top of the order up here in the bottom of the third. Pitch is high to number 6, Dason Workman. 1-0. Workman so far, 2 walks. He's walked 3 times. scored 2 runs. 1-0 the count for him. No official at-bats. Took a ball again. 2-0 from McKinney to Workman. Courtesy runner Reed over there at first for Fairfield. Workman, 4:29 entering play today, took a strike from McKinney. Trying to battle his way back into the count, 2-1 now. McKinney, the lefty, seen his first action. He's up to 18 pitches here in the bottom of the third. First action on the mound this year for Eli. Lifts the right leg and to the plate. And then the batter has to skip out of the way of that one all the way to the backstop. 3-1 to count to Workman. That'll be a wild pitch, sending courtesy runner Reed to second. Nothing Leffler could do on that one. Leffler dinged a little on the play. I don't know if that one caught a piece of him, but it made its way all the way to the backstop. Fairfield coach telling the Van Buren dugout you might want to check him, but Isaac says gives a thumbs up and says that he is okay. So we are in the bottom of the third. Fairfield leads 13-2. They've tallied 3 times after tallying 9 times in the second. They got 3 in the third. Still 1 on for Fairfield with 2 outs. McKinney out of the stretch. Kicks and fires. Swung on, fouled back by Workman to the backstop. That'll even the count at 2-2. 3-2? I missed the pitch. Thanks, AJ. Oh, yeah, I see my mark there. No, I didn't. I just can't read my own writing. Full count. McKinney to the plate. No, he's calling a balk on McKinney. No pitch. So send courtesy runner Reed to third on the balk by McKinney. Runner at third now with 2 outs. Full count. McKinney to the plate. Caught him looking. On the 21st pitch of the inning, that's the 3rd out. Workman retired on the backwards K. You can credit McKinney with his first strikeout of the game. So our score is 13-2. Let's see what Fairfield did there in the bottom of the third. They get 3 runs on 2 hits. For the Warriors, there were no errors, and Fairfield ends up leaving 1 on base. So our score is 13-2 after 3 complete innings, 21 pitches for McKinney to get through the third. Warriors coming to the plate in the top of the fourth, looking to score some runs. When we come back from a 60-second break, you're tuned in to Warrior Baseball, streaming live on the Temple Radio YouTube channel, also on the air at 92.7 KTWA. Back with you in 1 minute.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Are you thinking about or ready to build that home or shop or deck that you've been dreaming about? Come see us at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center in Dowd's, and we will transform your dreams into reality. By using our 3D computer-aided design system, you can see and walk through your dream project. After your project is designed, we can generate a detailed material list to see if it fits within your budget. Contact Mike or Josh at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center to get your project started today. 641-936-7115 or check us out at dowdslumber.com.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Alrighty, back with you here for the top of the fourth. Blaine Benjamin seeing his first at-bat today. He came in to the lineup for Dan Kasten, took a strike. 0-1. Benjamin out there in right now, looking for his first hit. Swing and foul tip back. 0-2 to Benjamin. Like I said, no average for Blaine. Looking for his first hit of the year. Elmore still out there on the mound, and he deals high and in. 1-2 to Benjamin. Blaine pops that one back and out of play. We'll do it again from 1-2. So far in the game, the Warriors have left 4 on base. Fairfield has left 6. Fairfield leads here in the top of the 4th, 13-2. We'll have to keep that 10-run rule in mind here if the Warriors can't score. Swing and a miss by Benjamin. He goes down swinging. First out of the inning. Strikeout for Elmore is his 4th. Elmore started this inning with 43 pitches. He's got 5 in the inning. He's up to 48 after Kruder started through 20 pitches. Didn't have the greatest command. So the coach made a pitching change, and it's been effective. Here's Colton Kirkhart. Took a ball. One and 0 to Kirkhart. He's 0 for 1. Flew to center. Looking for his first hit on the year. Swung late. Bounced it back to the pitcher. Fielded on a short hop. A low throw. Scooped by the first baseman nicely over at first. That is Elmore to Conzel over there. Kirkhart is retired 1-3 on the bouncer back to the pitcher. Second out of the inning. 7, 8, 9 in the order were due up for the Warriors. That was Benjamin, Kirkhart, and now Leo Urach. Started on the mound, moved over to second base when McKinney came in to pitch. Leo wears number 7, a freshman. 300 average coming into play today. He was a player of the game last night in the win against West Burlington. Elmore to him. Leo watched the ball low. 1-0. McAtee, the leadoff hitter in the on-deck circle for the Warriors. Elmore's ready again. He kicks and fires. Swung through by Urach. Count even at 1-1. Elmore staring in at his glove to his catcher. He's ready. He winds and deals. Chopped foul towards McAtee in the on-deck circle. 1-2 the count now. One ball, 2 strikes to the number 9 hitter in the Warrior lineup. Started on the mound, now playing second. Leo Urach, the freshman. Elmore to him, breaking ball. Oh, late swing. Fooled Urach, but he fought it off. Foul back a little bit to the left. McAtee going to retrieve it. We'll do it again from 1-2. We are in the top of the 4th. Oh, Urach got out of the way of that one. Throwing all the way to the backstop. McAtee's got about 3 foul balls to give the umpire, and that makes the count. I'm glad Urach got out of the way of that. That was catcher couldn't do anything with that one. Count now 2-2, I believe. Elmore ready. The 2-2 breaking ball. Ooh, Urach ducked out of the way, but he also swung at it for a strikeout. Third out of the inning. Top of the order for the Warriors when they bat in the 5th. Another strikeout for Elmore. His 5th. The Warriors are retired. 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. 13 pitches for Elmore to get through the 4th. He's up to 56 in the game. We will take a 1-minute break and come on back for the bottom of the 4th. After this 60-second break, Fairfield will be coming to bat, once again leading 13-2 of second game here from the Davis County Varsity Classic. Back with you after 60 seconds. You're tuned in to Warrior Baseball, streaming live on the Tumble Radio YouTube channel, on the air at 92.7 KTWA.
At Smithburg Automotive, driving adventures allow you to explore comfortably, safely, and in every aspect of your summer vacation. Smithburg Automotive in Fairfield. Schedule your vehicle's trip check today. Call 641-472-2454, 641-472-2454.
Smithburg Automotive in Fairfield. Get your trip check scheduled today. Call 641-472-2454. That's 641-472-2454.
Iowa Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. As the hay and pasture seeding season wraps up, it's time to start thinking about summer annuals and cover crops after wheat. When you're looking to improve your farm profit or grazing efficiency, call me, Ryan, at 319-293-3114, because you're not just buying seed, you're gaining a partner committed to quality and exceptional service for farmers. Iowa Missouri Seed of Keosauqua, your dedicated seed expert. Let me help you grow your success. That number again is 319-293-3114, or visit us on Facebook at Iowa Missouri Seed.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Back with you from the Mustang Sports Complex here in Bloomfield, Iowa, this Saturday afternoon, May 31st. Davis County Varsity Classic. We're going to the bottom of the fourth. It will be 2, 3, and 4. Due up. Number 8, Dane Burkhardt, Jr. Third baseman lines the first pitch from McKinney out to right center for a solid single. McAtee gloves, or Fields throws back into Millard at second. So Burkhardt, he is now 2 for 4 on the day with, or 3 for 4, with 3 singles. Fairfield gets their leadoff man on. Another hit given up by McKinney. The 12th hit of the day. Third given up by McKinney. And they're going to call a... I don't know if they were going to call a balk. Home plate umpire tried to send the runner to second. Then the Fairfield coach said something, and they decided not to call a balk. I don't know what that was all about. We'll check him at first. Safe. Back to first is Burkhardt. AJ, did you see what that was about? That was weird, wasn't it? He tried, the home plate umpire tried to send the runner down. And I don't know. I missed it, but that was strange. McKinney lifts the right leg and deals. Bounced in there. Left foot tried to block it. It gets away a little bit behind him, but the runner stays put. That's Burkhardt at first. So the pitch to Conzel, that was ball 1. Count 1-0 to Luke Conzel, who is 1 for 3 on the day with a double, 2 RBIs. He's in there from the right side, batting .500 on the year. Dangerous hitter for Fairfield. They already lead 13-2. McKinney to him. Swung on, down the left field line. Foul. A long strike. 1-1. The count to Luke Conzel. Leadoff man on here for Fairfield. Burkhardt's single to right center led off the inning. McKinney out of the stretch. He'll lift the right leg and the offering. High and outside to Conzel. 2-1 to him. Conzel flied to left in the first. He had a 2 RBI double, scored a run in the second. Struck out swinging to end that second as he had 2 plate appearances. Fairfield batted around in that messy inning for the Warriors. Low and in from McKinney. Conzel looked at it. 3-1 to him. Fairfield runner at first with his lead. Here comes McKinney. Swung on, fouled straight back by Conzel. 3-2 now. Full count. It's been a lot of fun so far, streaming here on YouTube. Something new for us this year. Another way for you guys to catch the broadcast. I feel like AJ and I are finally, we're hitting our groove. Hope you're enjoying it. Swung on, line to left. Gets down. Out to Coral. He's got it, throws it back into Millard, the cutoff man. So a single by Conzel. His second hit of the day will advance Burkhardt to second, 2 on and nobody out. Back-to-back hits to lead off the fourth for Fairfield. McKinney gives up his 4th hit, the 13th hit of the day for the Fairfield Trojan offense. McKinney to the plate, called strike to number 12, Kason Miller, senior shortstop, 0-1 to him. On the day, he's 2 for 3. A couple of singles, scored a run, has a couple of RBIs. In there from the right side against McKinney, breaking ball too far outside left there, good stop. Fairfield runners stay put, counts 1-1. Miller, his first action of the year, I believe, according to AJ, who follows Fairfield pretty closely. No average for him, anyways, coming into today. He's in there from the right side. McKinney, the lefty, kicks and fires. And Miller took it for a ball. Counts 2-1 to the batter. Nobody out. Fairfield, 2 runners on, first and second. They lead 13-2. Fouled back by Miller, evening the count at 2-2. 10-run rule is in play here as Fairfield leads by 11. It's 10 after 5 in Iowa high school baseball. It's either 15 after 3 or 15 after 4. We'll have to check on that. 10 after 5. Swing and a miss. McKinney gets the strikeout swinging of Miller for the first out of the inning. That's McKinney's second strikeout. He started this inning 21 pitches to get through the third. He's got 12. He's up to 33 in the game for McKinney. Next up for Fairfield with 2 on and 1 out now is number 3, Aiden Westerkamp. Bats 5th in the order, the junior center fielder. He is 3 for 3 on the day, 3 singles. First pitch is a strike. 0-1 to Westerkamp. Like I said, he's 3 for 3. 3 singles, a couple of runs scored, a couple of RBIs for Westerkamp. McKinney coming to him. Behind him all the way to the backstop on a wild pitch to Westerkamp. So advance the Fairfield runners. Burkhart to third. And Conzel to second on that wild pitch by McKinney. His first, I believe. I haven't been doing a very good job of tracking those today. A lot of other things, though, I'm trying to track here. So now second and third with 1 out for Fairfield. They're already up 13-2, the count to the batter, as a ball is taken low and into Westerkamp. I believe it's 1-1. 2-1. Missed the pitch there on that wild pitch. I tracked the wild pitch, but I forgot to mark it down as a ball. So there you go. 2-1. McKinney ready. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. So the count now even at 2-2. Another strikeout would help McKinney and the Warriors here. They're trying to keep that deficit where it is. Maybe they can get it under 10 and we'll play longer here. But the 10-run rule in effect. Warriors will have another ups in the 5th. We'll see what they can do. That one outside from McKinney to Westerkamp, and it's full now at 3-2. McKinney, the payoff. Bounced softly, back to McKinney. He'll off the mound, glove, throw to first. Westerkamp retired 1-3. Big out there for the Warriors. Second out of the inning, Fairfield runners stay put. Like I said, I know Fairfield's up by 11, 13-2, but, if the Warriors can keep the deficit where they're at, maybe there's a chance they can get it under 10, and then, we would play more. We'll see if that's to happen or not. But I think get out of this inning without letting Fairfield score, that would be a good thing. Here's Kruder. First pitch, grounds to Millard. Field throw on the run, scooped. Nice play on the scoop by Meek, helping out Millard. And on one pitch, Kruder is the third out of the inning, 6-3. On the putout, Richardson would lead off if Fairfield needs to bat in the 5th. So Fairfield gets no runs on a couple of hits. There were no errors. They end up leaving 2 after 19 pitches for McKinney to get through the 4th. He's up to 40 in the game. And the score remains 13-2. It's a 10-run plus deficit, so we'll see what the Warriors can do in the 5th. They can close it to under 10, then we would play some more. We will see. We'll take a 60-second break. Come on back for the top of the 5th. Fairfield leads Van Buren County 13-2 in boys high school varsity baseball, game 2 from the Davis County Varsity Classic. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball, streaming live on the Tumble Radio YouTube channel. Also, 92.7 KTWA. Back with you in 60 seconds.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissom. Spring sports season, senior awards, the start of summer sports, end of year banquets, and graduation have us all full of energy, and there's definitely a buzz in the air. We want to send best wishes to all students who are graduating or moving to another school next year, as well as to any staff member retiring or moving to a new chapter in life. New chapters are always exciting times because you get to choose how they are written. We wish you the best. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
Are you thinking about or ready to build that home or shop or deck that you've been dreaming about? Come see us at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center in Dowd's, and we will transform your dreams into reality. By using our 3D computer-aided design system, you can see and walk through your dream project. After your project is designed, we can generate a detailed material list to see if it fits within your budget. Contact Mike or Josh at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center to get your project started today. 641-936-7115 or check us out at dowdslumber.com.
Back with you once again from the Mustang Sports Complex in Bloomfield, Iowa. The Davis County Varsity Classic, Game 2 of the day. 6-1 was our score in the opening game of the day. Moravia defeated Davis County. Loser of this game will turn right around and play again versus Davis County. The winner will move to the championship against Moravia. Elmore back on the mound, and McEntee leading off. Grounds that one on a couple of bounces to the second baseman. Glove thrown over to first on one pitch. McEntee retired 4-3, the putout. First out of the inning, McEntee now 0 for 2 on the day. Walk and a run scored. 1, 2, 3 in the order due up for the Warriors. McEntee, Millard, and Leffler. Here's number 2, Kinnick Millard, sophomore shortstop. He's walked and grounded out. 0 for 1 with that walk and a run scored. In there from the right side, Elmore bounced that one in there 1-0. McEntee was at 182 entering play today. Millard at 387, 3 for 4. Last night against West Burlington. With the 10-run rule here after 5, the Warriors down to their last ups. They trail 13-2. Here comes Elmore. Millard bounces that one to third. 2 nice hops, gloved, thrown over to first. Millard is retired. 5-3 on the putout. 2 quick outs in the inning. That was Burkhart over to Conzel. We got a defensive substitution for number 16, Parker Reed, the freshman, into play defense for 12, Kason Miller at short. Heard the Fairfield coach come over to tell the ump that, so I wrote it down there in between innings. Up next for the Warriors, number 3, Isaac Leffler, senior catcher. Today, he is 1 for 1 with a single and a walk, takes a called strike. 0-1 to Leffler, batting .300 entering play today. And Isaac was put out on the bases, took a ball there on the next offering, 1-1. Put out on the bases both times. Once 6-2-5 in a rundown. The next on the pickoff, which I didn't agree with. Isaac lines that one sharply, fouled on the third baseline though. 1-2, so the Warriors down to their last strike here. They trail 13-2 here. Top of the 5th. Elmore, who's done a nice job in relief of Kruder, coming to Leffler. Swung on. Hit deep to left. Retreating is the left fielder. He's under it. He'll make the play. That's Crew out there. Leffler retired. Third out of the inning on the fly ball to left. And that will be the final, as it is a 10-run plus deficit after 5 innings of play. Fairfield gets a 13-2 win. 7 pitches for Elmore to get through the 5th. And he has a game total of 63 in relief. So no runs, no hits, no errors, none left as the Warriors are retired 1-2-3 in the 5th inning. And I just want to talk to remind our viewers, if you're looking to catch the second game of the day, it looks like the Warriors are going to face Davis County. We're going to have a brand new stream, correct, AJ, on that one. So we will cut this stream off. We'll do a short little post game here, maybe after one break. Then we'll stop this stream and start a new one for this Warriors' second game of the day against Davis County. Let's take a we can afford a 3-minute break here, I think, as I'll have to prep the field again. So we'll take a 3-minute break. We'll add up some summaries and totals and come on back and do a abbreviated post game show before we turn around and give you game 2 of the day. The Warriors are going to face Davis County in the consolation game here at the Davis County Varsity Classic. Let's take a 3-minute break and come on back with the post-game show of Game 2. Warriors lose to Fairfield 13-2. The post-game show will be brought to you by the Van Buren County Community School District, where they have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride countywide. Back with you in 3 minutes for the post-game show. You're tuned in to Warrior Baseball, streaming live on the Temple Radio YouTube channel, also over the airwaves at your home for today's hits and yesterday's favorites, 92.7 KTWA. Back with you in 3.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. As the hay and pasture seeding season wraps up, it's time to start thinking about summer annuals and cover crops after wheat. When you're looking to improve your farm profit or grazing efficiency, call me, Ryan, at 319-293-3114, because you're not just buying seed, you're gaining a partner committed to quality and exceptional service for farmers. I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua, your dedicated seed expert. Let me help you grow your success. That number again is 319-293-3114, or visit us on Facebook at I'm Missouri Seed.
This is Tim, owner of Slayton Polaris. We have seen a lot of changes since we opened our doors in 1988. One thing that hasn't changed is the way we treat our customers. We still offer the best machines at the best possible prices and strive to treat everyone the way we would want to be treated. This has been our policy since we started the business. If you're looking for the best in off-road vehicles, I'd like to invite you to stop in and meet us at Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
From backyard barbecues to lake getaways, summer is all about making memories. At Pilot Grove Savings Bank, we make it easy to enjoy the season with stress-free banking that fits your lifestyle. Mobile banking on the go? Check. Easy loan options for home upgrades or vacations? Check. Friendly local service you can count on? Always. Make the most of your summer. Bank with Pilot Grove Savings Bank. Visit us at pilotgrovesavingsbank.com or stop by any of our 17 locations. Pilot Grove Savings Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
This is Milo Wells with Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. Our goal here is to go above and beyond your expectations for the role that a pharmacy can play in you and your family's health. Since we have opened here, many things have changed. We've added experienced staff, updated our facilities, added clinical services like strep throat test and treat, and free liquid medication flavoring. One thing that has not changed is the vision of providing our patients with access to the best pharmacy services anywhere in the state. We, like many of you, believe Southeast Iowa is an amazing place to live, and we will continue to be committed to improving the lives of our patients.
Call. I got a pair of clogged toilets.
2 pair, dripping faucets and leaking pipes.
Full house, boys. Flooded basement, ruined water heater, and a wild card, broken sump pump.
Gentlemen, whatever your plumbing issue may be, call Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive in Ottumwa. The drain cleaning and plumbing experts, residential and commercial, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, and one more thing. A royal flush always beats a full house.
That's a bunch of crap!
Hi, Susan here at Wasco Hardware in Keosauqua. When you're wanting to spruce up your home, come see our kitchen and bath showroom. We also have flooring, from luxury vinyl to Shaw and Mohawk carpet. Every color for your rooms, from best look paint. Plan now to get all of your lawn and garden projects done from the help of Wasco Hardware. And remember, we have the perfect gift for that special someone, from Milwaukee tools, grilling, or a scented candle, and so much more. Wasco Hardware, downtown Keosauqua. Check us out online at wascohardware.com.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Alrighty, back with you from that about 3.5 minute break. We got all our ads in for the first game of the Davis, or second game, but the first game for the Warriors here at the Davis County Varsity Classic. We just completed it. Fairfield getting a 13-2 win over the Van Buren County Warriors. They'll advance to play Moravia in the championship game. The Warriors will turn around and play Davis County here in a little while. They're prepping the field, so probably 20 minutes or so to a half an hour away. We'll stop this stream after this abbreviated post-game show and start a new one. Looks like they're going to water down the field and get it ready. Let's look at the totals from that game against Fairfield. Fairfield wins it 13 runs for them on 13 hits, no errors. They leave 6 on base. For the Warriors, 2 runs on 2 hits, 3 errors. They leave 4 on base. Winning pitcher Elmore, losing pitcher is Leo Urach, and we can run through the scoring summary quickly here. This is the postgame show of Warrior Baseball, brought to you by the Van Buren County Community School District, where they have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior pride, county-wide. And as soon as I can find my sheets, I just wanted to run through in-game sponsors for you one more time. We'll do that in a minute. Let's go through the scoring summary first. Top of the first, Isaac Leffler single scored McAtee. It was 1-0 Warriors. Then a Meek fielder's choice scored Millard. It was 2-0 Warriors. After a half an inning of play, things were looking pretty good then. Didn't end up that way. Bottom of the first, Fairfield answered back with 1. A Miller RBI single scores Workman to make it 2-1 Warriors after an inning of play. Bottom of the second, that's when Fairfield really broke it open. They scored 8 times. A Crew single scored Richardson. We were tied at 2. A Consul double scored 2. It was 4-2 Fairfield. A Miller single scored 1. It was 5-2 Fairfield. Then a Westerkamp double scored a couple. It was 7-2 Fairfield, and the carousel was on for the Trojans. A Richardson double scored 2 to make it 9-2 Fairfield. Then Burkhart single scored 1. It was 10-2 Fairfield. All that just after 2 innings of play. Fairfield would go on to add 3 more and win by the 10-run rule after 4.5 innings. Bottom of the third, Crew double scored 2 to make it 12-2. And then finally, an Allison single scores Crew to make it 13-2. Fairfield would win it by that score. So that'll take us through an abbreviated post-game show here, as we're going to end this stream, and then we'll have to create another one. And you can join us on the second game of the day by grabbing that second stream from the Atomo Radio YouTube channel. Like I said, this was an abbreviated post-game show sponsored by the Van Buren County Community School District. I'll just mention our sponsors one more time, then we'll do a little bit of a pregame when they play the Davis County Mustangs. I got some stats to record, or I looked up, and we can talk about them. But we're going to end this one. That'll give us a little break here in between games. We'll get all situated. Got to get lineups from the teams and entered into the book, so we got some work to do before we get ready on the second stream for you today on the YouTube channel, also on the air at 92.7 KTWA. For the guys back running the board at the radio station, we're going to sign off here for a little bit. I'll be sending you a text message when we're ready to start the second stream. So all of our sponsors today, thank you to them so much. We'll do more with the postgame show after the final game for the Warriors of the day. That's coming up next against Davis County. So Fairfield wins the game over the Warriors. That was game 2 on the day. Moravia won 6-1 over Davis County. Fairfield 13-2 over the Warriors. Davis County and Van Buren County going to play the 2 losers of games 1 and 2. That'll be game 3. Then in game 4, Fairfield will take on Moravia. Big thanks to all of our sponsors: Iowa Missouri Seeds, Van Buren County Community School District, Cranston Family Funeral Home, Dowd's Lumber and Home Center, Smithburg Automotive, Dowd's Quick Stop, Pilot Grove Savings Bank, Van Buren County Hospital, Wells Hometown Drug, Crane Concrete Ready Mix, First Iowa State Bank, Roto-Rooter, Slayton Polaris, Tugboat Transportation, and Wasco Hardware. We're going to sign off, I would say, for probably at least 20 minutes here as they prep and give Davis County another chance to warm up. Like I said, hopefully lineups will come at us because we got to get ready for the third game here on the day. It'll be the Warriors taking on the host school, the Davis County Mustangs. Thanks for tuning in to Game 1 today, folks. Like I said, grab the next stream we're going to create on the YouTube channel. You can catch some more Warrior varsity baseball here from the Davis County Varsity Classic in about 20 minutes or so. You've been listening and viewing Warrior Baseball. We're streaming live on the Atomo Radio YouTube channel, also on the air at 92.7 KTWA. We'll have that second stream ready and rolling for you in maybe 20 minutes to 2.5 hours. Game 3 on the day, Warriors to take on the Davis County Mustangs. So long, everybody. We'll catch you on the next stream. You've been tuned in to Warrior Baseball. Like I said, streaming live on the Atomo Radio YouTube channel, also over the air at 92.7 KTWA.